I think that Marfa sets the stage for my lifestyle. I probably wouldn't be doing any of this if I weren't in this particular small town. It has been a big player. So yeah, it's a town of 2,000. Like a little island with land around it. If you want to live here, you have to like invent a job, or I just work a bunch of little jobs. There's all kinds of creative types out here. Marfa is the perfect town to have a lot of old cars and not drive them very much, so that works. I love cruising around and waving at people. Just about anyone that leaves their house, you're gonna know them. My name's Adam Bork. I was born in Austin, Texas. I lived there for most of my adult life. I moved out here to Marfa, Texas in my early mid-30s, and that just seemed like a new kind of adventure. Krista is the most important thing or being in my life. We got married December 18th of 2010. We were friends at first, and then eventually became more than that. She's great. She's the perfect, ideal woman for me. I would be lost without her.
You know, it's kind of a classic contrast personality.
She's more practical-minded, and I'm sort of more whimsical.
I worked in food, and I worked in cheese, and we bought a truck, and now we have food truck.
Every day, I hate to get up in the morning. I hate it, but I get up and I'm functioning. All eight cylinders are firing. I've had enough caffeine and stuff.
We're always racing, we're always late. And we actually get worse the longer we're open. It's just never gonna change.
Food Shark is the 1974 Ford Brothers aluminum body van that we bought here in town that already had some food equipment in it. Now it's our food truck that we've been operating steadily for the last 5.5 years. We drive it from our kitchen to the pavilion there on Highland Avenue, a distance of 2 blocks. I've never changed the oil in the Food Shark. The brakes do leak, and I have actually been to the 4-way stop in the Food Shark, and the brakes went down to 0. Like there was nothing, so I just honked and just rolled right through the 4-way stop, and luckily no one was going.
Food Shark is definitely mom and pop. More so than it's ever been.
Our core menu is Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, falafel, hummus and veg wraps, fattoush salad. So basically vegetarian chickpea-based things. The location was key. There, right in the center of town.
I mean, it was just a dirt field. So now it's really a community space. So we bought the truck not really knowing what we were going to do, but Adam's love of vehicles, like, we have to get this truck.
We had to buy it like that day, or they were just going to drive it away. I had a feeling Food Truck was going to work if we bought the truck and started a little restaurant from that. And then we did, and then it just started, people just started coming.
Adam takes care of all the mechanics, which is actually quite an undertaking. And he's the falafel guy and the hummus guy. Because he has this wonderful skill of everybody that walks up is happy to see you. So he's just a wonderful host.
People have told me I'm the face of Food Shark, but she is the flavor of Food Shark. Krista is the culinary genius behind the scenes. When we're in the truck and it's, you know, there's like 15 or 20 people in line right before we've even opened up, there's like a lot of stuff happens in like a 2-hour period. It's like, I've got calls on hold, I've got 20 people in line, and I've learned to really enunciate because people are like, excuse me, like over time, and I've got that little megaphone, it's like, Mike! And you gotta really enunciate everything. And Krista's, you know, trying to make sense of my orders, what I've written on my scraps of paper like this, and it might have like 6 different things written on it real small, and then, because it's like, people keep adding stuff. There's like, oh really? And then there's like, where do I write it? And then there's the phone calls, and then there's just, they're coming at you. They just keep coming at you. You gotta stay hydrated too. Sometimes I forget, and I'll just grab a Coke. I'll be like, okay, I need a Coke, and I'll just be, there's a Star Trek where these beings are like so fast, they're hyper evolved, and then so the Star Trek people are just like, and then it's like, did you hear that? But it's like, because the beings are like buzzing around. I can't even see them. They're going so fast. That's how Krista is sometimes. It's just like sometimes she stomps her feet a lot. I have any food? Stop taking orders. And then I'll say, baby, it's all right. We're gonna have enough. And sometimes we don't have enough, but I still try to. I'll try to comfort her, and then eventually it stops, and then. All right, it's me, Adam. I'm back again. Thanks for watching. Here in the Dome, this is my house. I'll just kind of vegetate at night and play Angry Birds on the TV here, you know, and listen to some 8 tracks. Lou Reed Berlin, it's an uplifting one. Krista and I live across the street from each other. We spend a solid 10 or 8 or 12 hours a day together in the work life.
We have completely different schedules. He's a night owl.
We have very opposite schedules. I'm a night person and she's a die-hard morning person.
He snores too, which, you know.
She gets up in the 5s or 6s almost every day. And oftentimes I'm still awake when she's getting up, so.
Oh yeah, the Dome. It's just an extension of Adam's personality. I mean, it's just like scattered and...
It was built in 1988 by an ex-Border Patrol pilot, and now it's mine. And when I first saw it, I just imagined that big wall there. I just imagined I have a bunch of projections, because I have a ton of slide projectors, and I guess I made a bunch of videos out here with found footage for some of my instrumental songs, industrial films, science films, home movies. It's just a really nice space. Before I moved here, I did this thing with the explosions where I blew up a lot of my old art and mannequins and things I had. That was up in the Texas Panhandle. 20 years I've been collecting TVs. I don't have any from 1992 when I first bought my first TV. I blew that one up in the Panhandle. But I did buy my first finished TV in 1992, and now it's 2012. So 92, 2002, 2012, 20 years of television electronics collecting.
I know Adam well enough to know that he just becomes fixated on something. You know, it's like it could be slide collecting, or it could be, you know, he collects family slides that aren't his family.
I have 6 cars now that from 1963 through 1977, which say Food Shark on them. So I didn't intend to buy 6 cars. There's more than that here. I mean, some I'm just watching for people. I mean, I really have more, like 11 or 12, but I own 6.
He just has that weird ability to focus maniacally on a subject and just want to acquire. I mean, it just gives him a lot of joy. He's a hobbyist, you know. I guess that's what a hobbyist is.
There's a wall as you walk in. To your left, there's 11 TVs in a line. Museum of Electronic Wonders and Late Night Grilled Cheese Parlor. That's what it's called. So that's what I do Fridays and Saturdays. More to your left and look back towards, like not towards the door, but to the right if you've turned around. There's these 5 little boxes I had that were shelves, and those have some of my realistic Futura Radio Shack speakers from around 1969 or 70, some of those. Yeah, and I've had this stuff, and that was perfect, you know, for me to clear out some of the stuff from my house, and it doesn't even look like I cleared anything out, does it? Because you look downstairs and there's like 50 more TVs, so.
I got another order up for Bob.
When I bring the sandwiches out, like on these crazy AstroTurf trays, I like to see the people smiling. They make me smile back. You know, like, oh, that looks awesome. And then it's like, they'll give me the tray back. That was the best grilled cheese I've ever had. You know, that happens a lot. Thank you, buddy. Krista, you know, not many people get to see this, but we do our bunny talk. We call each other bunny, and then we just have a little language. And we try not to do that around anyone besides ourselves. It's a little baby talk and little made-up words, you know, Vegemals. Just like we need to buy some Vegemals for the, you know, not vegetables. Just, we say amals a lot.
He's much more tender than people realize. Not overly sentimental. He just has a very tender heart.
The bees are back.
I don't think we could operate a business together if we weren't really solid friends. I rely on Adam so much. Actually, Adam, I think, is really kind of the MVP at Food Shark.
She said that Adam is the MVP of Food Shark? Oh, that's really sweet that she would say that, because I can be the cook, so maybe I am the MVP because I can fill all roles, and I'm the only rover, the only true rover. I can be the cook, I can be the face, I can do the public relations / awareness, cars, internet, cars. Krista has, for the last few years, has wanted to do this. It might be called as a rosticceria, is maybe the Italian name. We are gonna move that business into this building that's on Highland Avenue called the West Texas Utilities Building. It's a really big, it's basically a blank canvas, so she can build a kitchen.
It's gonna be wholesome food, kind of home cooking. It's in the works. Eventually we want to get a piece of land at the edge of town and have a series of little cozy shacks. I have mine, he has his, we have like our community one with a big kitchen and living room.
Maybe the compound will be where we have the more minimal interior decorations like this. Like Krista, I don't even think she will ever come into this room again because it would drive her crazy. So yeah, I mean, I think I'll be here for decades to come.